Welcome to 032 Conversations, the podcast where we talk to creatives, see how they live, and how they do their work. I'm your host, Carlo Villarica. Happy April, people. It's April, yeah. I just came from a trip to Dumaguete. It was a nice way to just relax. It's funny, like for 2019, it's been like the beginning of it. It's been full of trips, and then later in the middle of the year, we got one big trip again. But then I think that's it. I kind of hope that's it. Usually, I find trips to be quite tiring, also. But this trip in Dumaguete was really good. I didn't come home tired. I had fun cycling around Dumaguete. We swam with the turtles in Apo Island. Like, you really get near. They're like just by the shore. It's crazy. I've never seen turtles that close up before. We had a little GoPro that we borrowed and took some videos. Maybe I'll post some stills if I figure out how to do that. And I hung out with really good friends. It was a very fun weekend, which was also the cause for not having a Monday Musings on Monday. Guys, if you're a newsletter subscriber, I apologize. There will be a Monday Musings next week. And even this podcast is a little bit late. But you know what? Sometimes real life is more important. But this will still come out on Tuesday. So don't worry. I'm recording it right now. And I'm going to release this in a few hours. And before we get to that interview with Russell John Manaloto, or Russ Manaloto, I'd like to thank Degree 9 Coffee for sponsoring the podcast. There's so many good coffee shops in Cebu these days, and Degree 9 Coffee is one of them. Sometimes you just need a good cup of coffee to get you going. You can visit them in Degree 9 Coffee in the Gagfa Tower, F. Cabauag Street, Mabolo, Cebu City. You can also follow their Instagram account at Degree 9 Coffee. That's 9 as a number 9. And if you like any kind of coffee, they probably have it. If you want a little specialty coffee like a V60 or an AeroPress, they can do that. They've also got all of your frap favorites and even like a Vietnamese type coffee or a cold brew coffee as well. So, yeah. You can visit Degree 9 Coffee in the Gagfa Tower, F. Cabauag Street, Mabolo, Cebu City. Thank you, Degree 9 Coffee, for sponsoring the podcast. Today's guest is Russell John Manaloto. If you don't know who he is, if you're a music fan, you probably do know who he is. He's a songwriter, guitar player, music producer, and his bands are, of course, you've heard of these bands, Faspitch, and he's a session musician for Urbandub. So, over the years, Urbandub has had members come and go. He talks about that. And he's a session musician for them. He's honestly playing for one of my favorite local bands. For one of my favorite bands, not just local, one of my favorite bands ever in Urbandub. And if you're a Faspitch fan, you're going to love this episode as well. Faspitch, for me, one of the best live shows I've ever seen. Every time I see them play, I'm always in awe with how much energy they have every time they play. I've never quite seen anything like it. Their live shows are crazy. But going back to Urbandub, I remember I listened to a ton of Urbandub when I was abroad for like a year. And then, you get kind of homesick and everything. And then I remember their music was something that kept me connected to home. And it was really good. So I had so much fun talking to Russ. And then we got into it. If you're like a guitar nerd fan, you're going to enjoy it. If you're a fan of Faspitch, you're going to enjoy it. If you're a fan of Urbandub, you're going to enjoy it. If you're a fan of podcasts, you're going to enjoy it. This is a long, good, fun conversation. And if this is your first time to listen to 032 Conversations, please subscribe. We're everywhere you can find podcasts. We're on Spotify, iTunes, everywhere you can find podcasts. So subscribe. Let's get to that interview with Russell Manaloto.
I love being home. Like, I love being home without actually
Having to work.
Like, chill.
Yeah, usually if you're here, there's a gig or something, di ba?
And I barely get to see my folks, my family, whenever I'm here for work.
What's up ba? Like, usually when you're here for work, you're in and out or good, no?
Yeah, in and out. But we try to get some sleep.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like an overnight
Like
lang.
overnight and then first flight out in the next day, we're out of here. So, nga na.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I spoke with you, but I just remember katong nag-story ito once.
I saw you sa asa ni? AS Fortuna. That was a gig, kang Black Straw nga gig.
Oh, yeah.
I bumped into you there.
Ilang kaloy.
Ilang
Oh, yeah, but you're busy. Huwag kita ka-story.
Makita maka-story.
I'm sure you have to get into your zone pag ayo. But I remember the last time we talked, kanang you're talking about like guitars or something. Like, dugay na kayo nag-story. Like, you're talking about like what guitars were nice, and I was like, you recommended a guitar that I never heard of, but you like, we're going nindot ni kanang budget.
I don't even remember what guitar
it was that long ago.
There's so many like guitars out there today. Like, I can't even like, di na ako mahiramduman tanan kay daghan na jud kayog nindot nga budget nga nasa mga nindot nga mahalon. Yeah. You still play ba?
Yeah, I still play, but like right now, I want naman ko band. Yeah, they're all gone. They're all not in Cebu anymore.
Line no siguro imong idoan ron or timpla.
No,
you got 2 kids now, right?
Yeah, no. So I play for my kids. Like kanang, I have an acoustic guitar just there. But yeah, we just play like at night. Like I'll get it, I'll sing a couple of Bob Marley songs. And then every now and then I'll pull out the electric. Nilingaw kay sila. Kay we still have an amplifier. So
that's cool.
I plug it in. I have 2 boys, bay.
2 boys?
Yeah.
Babae?
Ayaw na. Okay na ko.
Okay na ka? Nakota na ka?
Yeah. I don't know. If you ask Steph, Steph, diba? Oh, if you ask her, ganahan siya girl.
Ganahan siya girl.
You don't know, ba? If you get another kid, you don't know if it's gonna be a girl.
Yeah, actually. But I heard nga, na ako like certain positions.
No.
Yeah, I don't know if tinuod na. But yeah, I heard na yung positions like kanang pwede ka mo nga to get a boy, you need to kani. Mga rituals and stuff.
Ganyan na ka na more like the different time in the calendar to do. Yeah, din natin know, ba? You're 50% right.
Yeah, but like the other 50% is, I guess, fate or whatever you might want to call it na.
Yeah, no. So like so I play for the kids. And lingaw kay, they're 2 boys. They love like just loud stuff, ba? Yeah, like that's why I play the electric guitar, turn up the distortion, and then just do like punk rock power chords. Lingaw kay. He gets like my first kid in particular, si Mano. He has like a little drum, like a little just drum lang good. He'll just hit it.
Yeah.
Grabe lingaw kay siya. Like he in particular seems to really like music. Well, I'm pretty excited, ba?
Yeah, that's good. Start them young, exposing them to these things at a younger age. But
Bitaw,
who knows? Like, when they pick it up at some point when they become a little bit older, and then maybe get them I don't know. At least, but when they grow up, like a jamming.
Yeah, diba? I'm waiting for the point nga he won't destroy. So like he's still 3. So I'm thinking in a year or 2, I can buy him like a ukulele lang sa. Because he's small, man. Small hands, small ana. Because he gets my guitar right now. He puts it on his lap. It covers his whole body. He can't, he can barely do anything with it, but he can't press the strings bar or anything. Yeah. So that's why the drums is the easiest. Like, he just hits stuff.
Oh, you hit stuff.
Pero kana ba, like when you, like, one of the things that struck me, katong nag-story ata before, is you really genuinely enjoy music ba? Like,
yeah, ba? Like, kaayo. Like the moment, yeah.
Oh yeah, anyway, I was just wondering, where did that come from? Did you guys have, like, when growing up,
Growing up, I came from a really musical family. Kuan kayo kanang naagay music nga sige tukar sa balay ba. Like my mom would always have like she'd have like this old school techniques na component.
What do you mean?
Component ba? Component
ba?
Katong
kanang like
kuan ba kanang na ay tape deck, na ay like 100 band EQ,
may mic input.
Na mic input, na tape deck nga A ug B, you can record stuff like sa A but sa B puro na siya playback ra.
Back in the day, we would plug in a microphone there.
You plug in microphone, even an electric guitar.
Yeah, batay kayo.
Batay kayo tingog, but you have to make do with what was around there. So yeah, growing up, my mom she had like a collection of cassette tapes and like nagay siya yung mga 8-track pero wala naman may 8-track player. But yeah, she did have like tons of music going on around the house, like stuff from music from the 60s and 70s ba, or even 80s and like 90s. Growing up, there was always music going around the house, whether it's Joseph in the Technicolor Dreamcoat Broadway musical score, or Basil Valdez like Best of, or a Jose Marichan Christmas album.
Yes, always playing in the background.
Always just playing in the background. So, na-exposed to go at an early age, and then every year, akong dad kay hilig man kay siya entertainment. Yeah, every year, ganahan siya iyang birthday kay kanang marag bungga gamay ba. So, he'd ask my mom to organize some kind of a show. And then I have cousins man, all girls, from one uncle and one aunt. They're like all girls and a boy. Siguro they're like 7 or pito sila kabuok. I think 6 girls, 1 boy, or I have to count though. Pero
like a little show.
Yeah, we have a little show. So they prepare like kanang medleys and numbers. Yeah, mahanta sila, and they're really good singers. As in, almost Celine Dion, but even could be greater than
like
freaking
one of
Celine
those
Dion.
families, huh?
Kayo bay. So like, but the thing is, none of them like really actually played the musical instrument. And yeah, kay katunga akong uncle, si Uncle Eddie, ang iyang business is kanang rental sound system.
Amo ba?
Backline.
Oh, okay.
Backline siya. Sinay Audio Tech.
That's the name of the
that's the name of this business. SATE, Sinay Audio Tech and Entertainment. Old school, very old school. Like he's been doing it since the 80s and through the 90s, even antod karon. Pero medyo small time lang, dili kay siya kanang mo unlike not like Gap Mobile or like Sound Balloon.
Yeah. Like small parties.
Yeah, like small
Bring in
parties.
this PA system.
Yeah.
Put it up there.
Yeah.
And,
but yeah, he had a good collection of instruments. Like I think he has like 5 different drum kits.
Amo ba?
Oh, and he has like 3 or 4 different consoles. Yeah, na siya yung mga good set of like mostly combo amplifiers. Yeah, growing up, kung mo birthday siya or one of my cousins birthday, mahatugid ko sa ilaha. So, and it's just lying around their house, all these amplifiers, all these equipment. So, growing up,
when you're a kid, that's like Christmas every day.
Yeah.
I remember it was so hard just trying to get like a bass amp, just looking for a bass amp somewhere. Kayo. So that was just there.
Yeah, it was just there. It's just all over their house. Like, pero na yung mga tabon, of course. Kaya you have to, kaya ilan man ang i-bus in and bus out kung na ay service. So, para ready lang. And they were in cases and all that.
So you were exposed to music, but nobody really played.
No one really played. So, but then again, I remember, siguro I was maybe 9 or 10 years old. Bago rami nakakuha cable ba sa balay. And yeah, kinumdum ko, I was just scanning through the channels, and it was channel 69. Wow.
Oh yeah, but a famous channel.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, kayo. But then again, aside from the rated R stuff, kuan siya. Sorry. Nang na ko'y nakitaan nga mura siya live, mura siya televised Fuji Rock Fest.
Okay.
It must have been like 97, 98 or something, Fuji Rock Fest. Kunya, at first, di ba, murag pa may MTV when Sky Cable
Yeah,
or
when
Destiny,
cable first came in, wala pa tong
wala pa
MTV.
MTV, wala pa tayong MTV dire, di ba? So, kato, wow. When I saw that happen, I think the one who was playing was either Hole or Fish. You know the band Fish kang koan, banda ni Trey
Kind of the
Anastasio.
jam band.
Yeah, the jam band Fish.
Yeah.
I think they were playing, and then I murag,
Oh, I saw that live. I would have wanted to see Fish play.
di ba? They're awesome. They're an awesome band. Yeah. Kato murag pag ipakita nila kay lain-lain murag one song from another artist. Dili good full set sa mga bands ba that were playing sa Fuji Rock. So it was like Fish and then Hole and then Bush. Yeah. Pag kita na ko sa Bush, murag I want to do that. Yeah, I think I want to do that. Pero kato nga time, I still didn't know how to play guitar. But yeah, starting po sa una, piano lessons man ko sa akong mom. Actually, my first piano teacher was my lola.
Tama ba?
I must have been like 3 years old. Yeah. Growing up, siguro I stopped taking piano lessons at 7 years old. And then I was into other things like basketball or Tamiya.
Oh, you got into the Tamiya.
Yeah, I got into the Tamiya stuff. And I raced with older kids.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
those kind of toy cars, the one with
the track,
with
the
the
circuit.
track. Yeah, that's right.
Kayo.
That was a thing for a while when we
Kayo.
were kids.
Oh yeah. I had like I was joining all these competitions. Like I think the farthest I got was second runner up.
Mo ba? Right?
Yeah.
It was like you would like, have to modify it pag yun.
Yeah, I modify ba
Make
na
it lighter.
Gasto kay siya actually.
I'm sure.
It's not really expensive, pero you
No,
just always have to keep on constantly like trying to figure out the perfect setup for your certain car.
No, but
Okay.
also when you're like a kid,
Yeah.
if you get into anything, it's expensive. Like
Yeah.
you don't have any money to do anything.
Yeah, because you're not really working yet.
Yeah, you're just
It's actually your parents' money.
you're just waiting for your
spending.
allowance to
Okay.
pile up.
And that's how you get to save.
Well,
And
yeah.
like, kaya mo palit og stuff.
So you saw that. So we got cable basically,
Yeah.
and then you saw like ano mga ana.
Mm.
Who taught you how to play?
At first, starting out, I taught myself lang. Pero with the help of song hits.
Amo ba?
So like, and then I remember, there was this 1 year that after seeing that, what I actually wanted to do was play drums because it just looked so cool. You're hitting things.
Oh, kana.
So, mas, like, in terms of band instruments, drums, yun akong first passion. So, and I remember on that same year, the party was gonna come up na. Yeah, my cousins and my mom and they were trying to figure out the program. Because the program had to last like throughout the night. Ba? So, medyo takas ang program. So, each one of us would have to sing like maybe 3 or 4 songs. Yeah, presentation good by like yandaman good backdraft. And my mom they wanted to do like an Arabian.
She went all out. Huh?
Yeah, they went all out, and they did kay Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat because my mom really likes musicals. Ganahan kay siya kanang Broadway ba. So katong that very year they went out for Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, and there was a part there na upbeat ang song, and it actually had like 4-bar like 4-beat, like a 4/4 beat, just a steady 4/4 beat. Actually, ang akong uncle mo tulo na ko on first how to like unsay components sa drums and which unsa nga part, unsa nga piece sa drum that actually makes a sound. Morning kick sound, morning hi-hat, morning snare, morning tom 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you play with ang imong counter kay kanang imong hi-hat. So you always have to keep on hitting that. Kunya ang mo accent sa downbeat sa 1 on the downbeat kay ang kick, kunya ang snare kay ang sa third beat. So murag yan na ba murag gitudlon ko niya.
He's like, he really taught you how to play.
Yeah, like he taught that beat, like the simple beat for that song, that one song. Yeah, kanang katong certain song, it wasn't like kay gimedley na lang Manila. So that part, my mom was like, surprise everyone. We're gonna set up drums there. You play drums on that part of the song.
Yeah, how long were you playing drums at this point? Hours?
Siguro mga I couldn't remember, but I remember the only time I could practice was in my uncle's house, which is like far kay ako. Talamban man ko niya ang balay sa kung tiyo kay dito man sa Basak. Like far end ba?
Yeah.
So, yeah, there was during katong time nga mag-rehearse mi ko yung sa akong mga cousins. Kuan siya kanang I really wanted to like borrow the drum kit and bring it sa Talamban ba. So ni sugot man akong uncle. But then maybe in fact he made me keep it after the program. Wala nilagi uli sa ilang balayan drums. So kay nalipay man akong uncle sa performance sa iyang mga anak and sa kids ba. My dad was happy. So Gol, pwede ko mo walam sa drums. Bisag 1 week lang. Sige, sige. Yeah, siguro maybe 2 weeks after, reklamo naman mga silingan.
That's my worry with my kid.
Oh.
Okay, if he likes the drums, murag saba kayo.
Saba siya, but nowadays, naman ko electric drums.
No, that's what I was gonna say. So before, back in like early 2000s, electric drums were really expensive.
Yeah,
now I'm sure there's so much. I'm sure it has to be super cheap na now.
Naanay mga second hand. You can get second hand for like 25 now.
Amo lagi.
Unlike before, it was like 80 or 100.
And they sound good. They sound good too.
They sound really, really good.
Yeah, like I have a friend, si Bea. She has like electric drums in her house. Yeah, she has electric drums.
Batch me.
Yeah, mo bitaw. Yeah, my kids were just there. We visited their house. My kids were there the whole time in that corner and they're playing the electric drums. Lingaw kay siya. Yeah, okay. So it's funny nga how kanang work like a generous relative can have like an impact ba?
Yeah,
no?
Kayo.
Yeah, so kanang when Faspitch so like kanang fast forward to like high school ba? So you murag that's when Faspitch got started, di ba?
Oh, pero wa pa koy labot ato. I came in the picture ko naman. Faspitch started 2000. Nisud na ko 2003.
Dugay sad.
Like maybe 3 years.
But those 3 years, they weren't really making, composing music, diba?
They were already.
They were na.
Pero the rate of original composition nila was like 1 song a year. Kay, everyone's in school and
I guess also like in the beginning, but you want it to be perfect.
For them, I guess, lingo-lingo raman yun na siya. So it's just something to do, like, with your friends. Jamming ba, na ba? It all starts there. Like, lingo-lingo ra, and then, after a while, marag, before you can actually realize it, para sa mga gulingon, marag, it becomes a little bit serious, and then, people start to notice you because, you have this certain look, you have this certain sound. Okay, si Henry, he's like half American man, so like he's got the whole image. Naidating ba? So Alex early on, kung bakoy labot, si Alex Lim was like actually a big part in encouraging them and helping them. He helped them out a lot even before I got into the picture. Sige ba, kanang palayunan ninyo kay.
And he encouraged good.
He was encouraging and he was helping them out. He was like booking them gigs wherever.
So how did you come into the picture?
We came into the picture when the time that the band decided that they wanted to get the second guitar player. Ang initial kuan gyud was like a backup player in case sessionista in case ang ilang gitarista si Trick at that time. couldn't make it to rehearsals or couldn't make it to certain book gigs kay apparently the band before ang ilang setup kuan magud layo kay sila mga balay Henry ato Carmen pa sa Tiguli.
Amo ba?
Yep.
Uli gid siya nga to.
Muli gid siya Carmen. Oh, si
far.
Trevor ang bassist Liluan, si Trick Lasyon.
At least they're all on the way by.
Si Paco ato nga time kuan bangon. So
that's right.
So lagyo sila tanan ba. So murag kung magtapok mo murag lisod bitaw kayo bisag duol ra kayo. Kaya ba na ba ka Cebu, laid back kayo.
Well, back then, it's not like now. Grabe, listen, no way that's happening.
Yeah.
Pero so you joined in 2003. When did you guys go gani to Manila?
We first went to Manila, after we released the first album, Future of Irrepaired. 2006, maybe summer of 2006.
Okay, so you guys were still gigging here.
Mm-hmm. First out of town naman actually was Dili Manila. It was Iloilo.
Amo ba?
Sometime in 2005 or 2004.
Yeah, because I don't know, but I don't recall when the first time I saw you guys. But what I know good, and then it's true until now, because, I just saw you guys last year, no? Nga, grabe kayo ang energy you guys play. Like, I've never seen a band have that much energy, bay. Kanang grabe gid kayo ba? Like, was it like that before you joined? Already?
Yeah, they were like that na before I joined. It was even mas crazy pa ganito. Kay I remember, wapa ko'y labot sa banda, and we played Sacred Art Girls Family Day. Second floor sa canteen sa Girls High ba, Sacred Art Girls. Yeah, they played, and my band synonym me with John Dagos and Stephen Chongbian.
Yeah.
Mao mo to akong band atong time.
Yeah, I think we played
we
that
played
gig.
together. Kamusad, di ba?
I think we were there.
Kamusad, di ba? Kamo nila
Jason Denali. Jason Almendras. Yeah, I can't recall. I remember playing a gig there. I forgot na.
Kung sa year.
Yeah.
Napagay sila kuhan dito, di ba? Sila Kula, sila AJ.
Sila mo
sila
mayo good. They were the ones who were really good at the time. Grabe gito sila.
Kuhan, Juxtapose.
They play like corn. Nasa like corn medley nga. Impressive guy.
I remember dito ko nila Luis Canete, nila AJ, dito ko nakakaton nga marag pwede ra di ka mo gamit og bass string sa gitara if you wanted kay ubos man kay tuning sa corn, they're like drop A unya katong nga time wa man tay resources diri to get like kanang ingana kabaga nga gauge ba for guitar strings. So ayang gigamit kay kanang second string sa bass yan just to get that A like that like really low sound.
Yeah, you really needed like a thick gauge.
No, you had to use like a really thick gauge just to get that.
Grabe to sila,
oy. Sa una, wa man tay resources kayo sa una. Nay usahay kung matsambahan ka sa VJS Semiconductors.
I don't know what that is.
That's in kuan sa una Atbang sa Lighthouse.
Mo ba?
Lighthouse sa Bangko ba?
Naman na rin? Yeah.
Lumalin ko na sila pero wala ko kabaw kung asa sila ni balin. Lumalin ko na sila. Kay usahay they distribute like hard to find like strings or pedals or like even guitars sa una. Kay limited ba kay itong
yeah,
but we only had JB Salonga
Pitch Perfect here.
Yeah, perfect pitch.
Perfect pitch.
And they were only carrying gamay ra nga brands. So
that's true.
Limited ra kaya itong choice pa.
So you saw so Faspitch was there.
Yeah, Faspitch was there, and it was like one of the. I remember si Paco, like throughout the entire set, his drum kit was just falling apart.
Oh, ba?
Like ang cymbal stands would just fall all over the place. Yeah, grabe kay hasi nila Trevor, nila Patrick, nila Henry. They were the 4-piece pa atong time. Yeah, migo man mi Paco kay magkuy skate sa una, skasa or mang chicks or whatever. Nga na magkuy na gamay pa siya. So nakita man ko nga mura siya galisod ba kay everything was falling apart. So I was helping him. Gitukod na ko ang bass drum kay sige mag-isbog. Yeah, ang mga cymbals. Kung naay mo padung tagak, ako'y musaw. Yeah,
We're like super roadie.
Marakog ka ng ni Rodi na makay fan man ko niya. Sayangan ko kung mabati noon ilang tokar kay struggle sila tokar kay the drum kit was falling apart. So I wanted to bisag pakiba murag katong nga time that very moment murag I just wanted to help the guys out kay wala lang niya. Di pa mi friends ato sa uban. I didn't really know them in person. Napaila-ila mi ni Henry at actually si Alex mo yung nagpaila-ila ni Henry sa ako.
Okay.
I remember it happened in Real Snacks. Sa Ayala sa una.
Oh,
Real,
what's the
Real Snacks. Sa fourth floor ba? Fourth floor.
The movie theater. Yeah.
Wapay theaters.
Wapay theaters.
Wapay theaters. Real Snacks. Kuan siya, marag, kalinya niya ang kuan, inyo.
Yeah, I remember that fourth floor in Ayala was like, we would hang out there. Nilingaw kayo because NU was also there. So you would see,
you would see people like, you'd see lots of rockers, lots of musicians.
Just walking by. But gusto ko kinaya NU lagi.
Okay, doon, nga sa tambay sa NU.
Mo gyud.
Diba?
So, Prolen, you got introduced to Henry. And how did you finally get in? Like, they just decided they needed somebody.
They needed a second guitar player for like backup or like whatever. So it was himdum ko kay 2003 my band katong time was Monkey Bar. Kami ni Chad Manzo.
Well, I wasn't here man in come on, ni Chad, really?
Oh, we were bandmates with Chad.
I wasn't here in Cebu. So I didn't catch the scene at that time. Manila man ko.
Sakto sa time. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Kuan, namdum ko, murag, na ako sa Reclato. I was in Cebu Doc. I was taking up nursing. Siguro 2003. 2003 to mga December or November. Yeah, I was just hanging out with my college friends. Nag-billiard kami sa SM. SM City ba? SM Cebu.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hinundong ko kanang gitawag ko ni Paco. Bro, ano siya? Aga, ganan magkikistorya akong magkabanda ni mo. Kaya ko ba? Sa man ni? I was thinking, naku, atraso ni nila. Murag kong gigulatan ni mo. So, sige, gingan ako. Nara ko diri sa kuan. I forget the name of the place nga, bilyaran. So, giadto ko nila. Dito, they told me nga, Russ, Kanday, Russell, Henry David.
So they really introduced you, so they knew of you, but they never met you.
Namangod sila kuan sa una, naa sila murag persona sa una nga mga snob. Okay, di man kayo sila kayo makikitambay o mga bambanda unless migo mo. Like, ang ilarang pirmi katambay kay Point Blank.
Okay.
The band Point Blank.
Yeah.
Okay, sila may murag kabatch, sila may murag mga schoolmates.
Don Bosco din na sila.
Dili.
Di ba Don Bosco no Point Blank?
St. Louis.
Okay.
St. Louis. Ang uban kay murag USC Girls ay or TC or whatever. So, basta ilang tapok, sila na may murag magtapok-tapok. Yeah, so kami uban, murag dili kayo mo kay wala mo gud sila di sila mo story nimo kung di sila kailan nimo nya kada tokar mag shades pag yun so marag piyaw gud nila kilasa gud nimo mga kay nga ka ba marag pero when you get to know them in person marag okay ra man day abi na kog mga bugiro ni mga kuan di man day marag cool ra man day sila marag ano lang sa ba it's normal kay marag di magyud shy type pero kanang kung, di ba, marag, logical naman siguro. Why would I talk to you if I don't know you?
Yeah,
diba?
also, it's a lot of like, when you're young, there's a lot of insecurities with talking to other people.
Yeah.
You don't really know ba. So it's just easier to stick to your crew, to your people lang yun.
Kayo. So yeah, going back kato nga time, giato ko nila. Dito kami nagstorya. In fact, we had a few beers. Pero deep inside, kay fan man ko sa band. Deep inside, marag ko, marag ka nang excited lagi. Marag,
So they asked you right away?
Yeah, they asked
Oh,
me
they
right
asked
away.
you right away.
They asked me right away. Nga, murag, schedule me practice. So, it was weird kay first, like, 2 or 3 practices, wala si Drake.
Okay.
And then ito nga ra siya sa maybe like the 3rd or 4th rehearsal.
So,
And dito pa mi na-late pag yun siya ato.
mo ba?
Na-late pag yun siya ato kabot. So, sugod na mi, marag, ilan man sila ko nung textan, pero never siya, marag, wakay siya siguro busy siya, kay nursing man sa siya to, busy siya sa duty, siguro ba, around sa kanang, marag, di ba?
So you had to learn the songs by yourself.
Yeah, I did. There were only 3 songs, original songs at that time.
Okay,
so it wasn't so, kanang daunting part. But I was excited ba kay fan man ko sa banda. I really like the way Henry sang. And I really like the way like the band looked, how they looked while performing. So murag challenge to ba? Murag for some reason murag ko I don't know. Maybe self-imposed kuan, maybe you can call me murag I became the catalyst.
What do you mean?
I was like the icing on the cake ba. Murag when I came into the picture murag ang sound became the sound made so much more sense. Like it just needed me in there Monday, like my creative my it needed my ideas and the to become what it is, to make it sound like how it did sound sa katunga time. Katong sa nga time consider na ko siya kanang mura siya golden. I see it like kanang the golden age of musical creativity and inspiration, because everyone was sharing mapay paggawa sa lighter press.
Yeah.
So it was really helping out spread the word that hey, there's a movement going on. People, there is good music brewing in our very island here, in our own city, and we should support. We should.
Yeah, but
check it out.
I think people should understand also, like before, like in the 90s, you would be lauded for like if kibaw ka mo cover og kaninga kanta.
Yeah.
Like original compositions, dili kay siya
accepted pa.
Dili kay to siya accepted. Like if you had an original composition, a fellow musician would be like, "Hala, cool, nga good." Pero general public, regular people,
dili pa kayo sila murag ka ng receptive ba, no?
Yeah, they'll be like, why don't you just play that cover? Kaya they lisod to ang compositions back then. And then that's right, katupag early 2000s, there was that.
Murag, actually, late 90s. Murag, nagdiyan na nagsugod.
Oh yeah, late 90s.
Thank you, Sheila and the Insects. Thank you, Frank.
That's true.
Thank you, Roots. Ito na time. No bull by. Sila gyoy murag nangusog nga murag at some point manggod if you are murag natural naman siguro to kung artist jud ka, or if you're really a creative person, murag kinanglan ka mo. At some point ako naka-realize man ko siguro maybe 2002 late 2001 na early 2002. Okay, I was in a band with Steve and John, and we'd have different drummers. We were called Synonymy, and then among pundo kay puro covers, Incubus, 311, Perfect Circle, anything maraglingaw to karon ba. But at some point, after playing gigs like maybe 2 gigs a week, kay at some point nakakuha man mig pwesto sa Oben and even in Voodoo and High Life. So, mga Wednesdays or Thursdays. And we were in first year, second year high school.
Yeah, you guys were in high school.
Yeah, but we were gigging already in bars. Yeah, we were freaking minors. So, like, weird to siya. And then at some point, mura kag ka ng, ako, I felt nga, marag, uy, si cover, uy. Lingo man cover, pero marag, can I write? Can we play our own songs? Don't you want to write original music? At some point, murag nature ni mga murag nangita kag ka ng mas honest and sincere nga outlet ba. So Oto, eventually, nakasuot ng mga originals, got the hang of it. Yeah, marag. Actually, I have that, I'd have to give props sa the ones who came before us. Kay sila may murag ni-inspire. Labi na, for me personally, PG-18, Glitch.
Oh yeah, PG-18.
Oh, PG-18 and
Glitch.
Glitch.
Yeah, that's right.
I was a big fan of those bands. Like, even until karon, murag, kung dili tungod sa ilang gibuhat, actually, even Sheila.
Oh, Sheila, I like
Sheila,
I kind of by Sheila for me. Like when I was like 10 years ago. Wow, 10 years ago was not when they started. Begin. That was 20
Diba?
years ago when they started.
Diba?
Pero like, grabe kay sila live by ganahan kay ko. I really
Diba?
like Sheila.
Ayo. And the fact na murag they were tung late 90s, they were the only Cebuano band to ever play any Rock Awards.
Yeah.
Diba? I think it was 97 or 98, I forget.
I don't know. I just remember in the 90s, there was a gig in Ayala, the parking lot. I don't remember what the gig it was, but it was a big gig, a concert yun siya. Yeah, like Nasi Sheila, Frank. And then that's when I was like, oh wow, they're playing their own songs. And then, that made me want to try doing stuff like that ba? No? So grabe. And then of course more for you because that's what you do. Diba?
Yeah. Still trying.
No, you're doing it, right? When did you guys decide to move to Manila? So 2000.
We just sa Faspitch kuan to kay after the first album marag when you're not playing gigs, you feel like either you want to play or you're in that blank state na, or you have that just big question mark. What to do today? Tambay? Or to be productive ba? Or do we start writing new stuff? Marag, so may challenge ba? So we painstakingly tried to write new songs, but it was taking us a lot more time to finish these songs ba. So we decide nga, and then Alex, that time he was our manager. He suggested na, why don't you guys try out staying in Manila? Maybe kay since dire sa Cebu naglisod man mo ka ng schedule, kay kanya-kanya lagi mga day-to-day individual living ba ana ba. So ang concept ni present ni Alex, why don't you guys live in one house, try it out, and maybe it can speed up the creative process pa. Which it actually didn't.
Yeah, it didn't.
Okay, we ended up playing so much World of Warcraft.
You guys were just hanging out.
Yeah, we were just hanging out. So yeah, we moved to Manila back in 2008. 2008.
Ah, okay.
That was like 11 years ago.
So which had its own set of challenges, I'm sure.
Domestication. That was the biggest challenge.
What do you mean? Just living together?
Yeah, just living together. Like, you of course, get all of us, we have like our ways of living, like, or our day-to-day lives. Like, na, di man ta parehatanan nga level of like, kanang, kita ni mong katag ba nga, kinsay di ka ba musot, kung mangihi, kinsay tapulan, kinsay ka ng OC.
Oh my gosh, so you guys went through that.
Yeah, we had to.
I went through that. I went through that when I lived in the dorm in Manila.
Servini
was, Steven was right. He was the room right next to me. Si Steven Chongbian.
Sila ni Bruce, diba?
Sila ni Bruce. Justin Huang.
Sila Huang.
And then I forgot the fourth guy. Di man to siya from Cebu.
No, Cagayan. Pero Bisaya, magyapon to siya,
Bisaya,
diba?
quiet guy, magod. So, like, di pa gid mi kabatch. So, di may kayo may tig-jam niya to niya. Pero, yeah, they're right next to us. So, yeah.
Were you there in 2004, Servini?
For sure.
Party when Urbandub played and ako may na gitara?
Yeah.
You were there?
Yeah.
And I katunay keg, and then like everyone was just like upside down.
I don't. I don't remember exactly what happened, but yeah, I was there. So yeah, I remember seeing you. I'm like, "Oy." I think it was because John.
Yeah, he was in an accident. He got into an accident.
More like somebody accidentally shot him or something.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
because I remember I remember asking about that. No. Yeah, I was there. You guys played in the above the canteen.
Oh,
no?
that was fun. That was a fun gig.
I think
I had so much fun that night.
Yeah, because that's like your imong mga kabatch and everything. No, I wanted to ask you about that, Biasad. Like, how did you? Because back then, so you were just like subbing. You were just like the session guy.
I was filling in for John until he was he was recovering from those injuries. But
for now, you're like officially the fifth member, diba? Of
yeah,
Urbandub.
something like that. I'm the other guy. I'm the fifth guy.
Oh, so how did that happen? Like,
it started that year, 2004, when Alex called me up and asked me if I could play for Urbandub. Of course, I had to say yes.
What do you think he thought of you? Like Alex has like.
Okay, here's the thing. Remember neoground.com?
Yeah.
When all of that stopped, there was a point where Alex just wanted to jam. So there were times na muadto ko sa ilaha, and he would get Lalay to sing, and he would play bass or he would play either drums. Basta ako gitara ko. Mag-jam ramin tulo. Or sometimes he would have Jan over to play drums. Kanya si Alex mo yung mag-bass, Lalay mo yung kanta, and we'd try to play like Portishead.
Ah, okay.
Glory Box.
So he trusted you.
So like nami, I've known Alex and Lalay ever since siguro I was in 3rd grade or 2nd grade.
Mo ba?
Kay si Moy Moy, batch man ako sa Moy Moy.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Mangod ni Lalay. Yeah. Oh. So kung nasa birthday or mga gadyag ka ng duwa sa ilang balay, matumang ko. Kanya, there were times nga when I go there, Asphalt Geeks would be practicing. That was Alex's band with Lalay before. Asphalt Geeks.
Asphalt Geeks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they had originals. They had covers, but they also had originals.
Wala record.
I think they recorded maybe a couple of songs, but I don't know. I don't have a copy. Maybe Alex does. I don't know. I asked Lalay. I don't think she has a copy.
So you used to play good with him. So he thought of you naturally, no?
Maybe then, I don't know. Maybe at some point him seeing me play left some kind of impression. So yeah, I wouldn't know.
So over the years that just snowballed like
Yeah, it just snowballed, right? And then I just kept on doing what I love doing, and that's it. I'm still doing the same thing.
Yeah, boy.
Crazy. Sometimes I feel like I need to do something different.
You think so?
Yeah. Like, wala lang. Para lang mawaang laay ba? Kaya at some point, mura magud ka, if you're doing something for more than 10 years, something you really, really, really love doing. Don't get me wrong, I really, really love doing what I am doing now. Pero
you mean like playing music?
Yeah, playing music. Like you need to do something other than just playing music. I don't know. Maybe...
Yeah, the funny thing, Magud, like with you is that so for a while I remember really thinking about like, oh, what if I just become a musician? Like, what if I make a life in music? And then a lot of people are like me, they think about it, and then they're like, yeah, I don't know if I can do it. Like, you just don't know if you can do it. Don't know if that opportunity is there because obviously it's very hard. It's very difficult. But if you get to do it...
today.
Oh, I'm sure.
Kay competition is like... Papanindot tayo naman og songwriting karong mga panahon na.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, because it's so easy now. You know? You can
learn how to record stuff in your laptop, like, just by watching YouTube videos.
Yeah, but that's what I did. That's what I did for my band. Just recorded it in my bedroom.
Can we vape in here, ba?
Yeah, go ahead. Wala man ka na murag like kanang smell mabilin.
No.
Okay, yeah. I'm not familiar with Sunny Bay.
This is avocado. avocado flavor. So, medyo fruity siya.
Okay, go ahead.
It's a
Go
little
ahead.
bit, para...
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
okay na ba?
What?
Okay na.
Yeah. So I remember like I was in like I was recording lang my the music in my bedroom niya ba like kanang samo kayo like na motor mo agi. Okay, koy retake sa tabay retake. you know ba? But like I'm sure nga it's so easy now. I was doing that 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. So now I'm sure it's even easier and much better pag yun than what I was doing for sure.
With your Zoom right here, that's really, that's very helpful. I know a lot of people who use exact H5. It's
Really?
very
For like
handy.
music good?
Yeah. Like kahit music demos na.
Oh, for sure. I've thought about it. I've thought about recording a demo using this H5.
Why not? It's really good.
Yeah, but
Siya,
I even have a concept. Like little children's songs nga di. I've written a few lullabies for the kids so they can go to sleep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
You should do it, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I've thought about it.
You should do it, man. Just for them.
Lingaw lang ba bitaw?
Oh.
It's lingaw.
And you can put it on loop while they're asleep.
Yeah. Well, I'll play. Okay, man. Although that gets tiring sa day. Sige,
Yeah,
balik-balik og kanta.
Yeah.
Wow.
Imagine the whole 8-9 hours while they're sleeping.
Dili sad. Dili sad. But it's kapway. No.
Have you ever practiced like that though? Like 8 hours, 9 hours?
No,
a
8
day?
hours, 9 hours a day?
Yeah.
Oh, well, probably not. That's
Maybe during
pretty
summer.
extreme. But like when I was in high school, probably like at some point, that's all I was doing. Like I remember I'd go to the dinner table and then I have a guitar. After I think the first few times were okay, right? And then at some point, my dad's like, "Carl, maybe you shouldn't play the guitar while we're having dinner." at least that was better. These days, it's on your phones the whole time, diba?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why have you done that?
Before?
8-9 hours?
Definitely.
Wow, no.
Sometimes even karon.
Really?
At some point, I made it like a form of punishment for myself.
Why? Punishment from what?
Like kung masayop ko live. For one mistake is 2 hours of practice. So there was a time nga mangihap jud ko kapila ko masayop sa live.
Why you got into it that seriously, you know?
Yeah. Because I don't know. I felt like I just needed to like really, really get my chops together at some point.
Well, also, you're the band, well, at least Faspitch and Urbandub, for me, one of the things that a lot of people comment on when they see you live, well, generally musicians, but like, they always sing tight gid kayo ang playing.
We try our best.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Like if you're adding an hour or two of practice for every mistake, more at least. No? Grabe ha.
Yeah. But I don't know. So that was like maybe 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah, but I was gonna say like, so one of the things that since you were able to do it, like that's big, that has become your life.
Mm-hmm.
The tricky thing is when you want to do the thing you love, and then that's also, what you do, like what you do for a living. At some point, you realize nga murag, you need to find a way to still unplug from it. So like for me, if I'm working and I just want to relax, I might get the guitar and play a couple of chords. And then that's relaxing, and then that's being totally out of my workspace.
Yeah.
No?
You don't... It's different. It's different when that is your actual work.
Mo na. So you haven't figured that out yet?
I thank God for Netflix. Netflix and in my spare time, I like experimenting on food.
Oh yeah? Like cooking?
Like cooking, yeah.
Oh, that's cool, ba?
Yeah. I have like a couple of like cookbooks with me in my place in Manila.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
See Steph and I, well, we also cook in the house, but we're not good cooks by any measure. Like we cook because like, people need to eat.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
But like, we just, like last week, we just came from Vietnam.
Oh.
No?
How was it?
It was good. It's a lot like the Philippines, but like crazier.
What's in Vietnam ba?
Like a lot of motorcycles, by
A lot of
they have like
motorcycles.
times 5 to times 10 more motorcycles than we do. It's
Murag
crazy.
mo gid ilang murag major transport no dito.
Major transport, and no one follows the rules. Like, di ba people complain, mga Pinoy, they don't follow the rules. But they've never been to Vietnam. I felt like crossing the road was like life-threatening. But Lingao, it was really fun. Really fun. No, I really like kanang countries that are very similar to ours for some reason. No, but anyway, kami Steph, we did a cooking class.
Oh, you did that
in Vietnam, and it was really cool. Lingao kayo. No, like they even gave us the recipes and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So, at least rin, pwede naman duwaog ka ng Vietnamese food.
Yeah, like they taught us how to
around
make
with
like pho. How do you say that?
How do you? That's always been a good question. Like for me, how do you pronounce that? Is it fa or is it pho?
I have no idea, but
Because some people say it's fa, some people say it's pho.
You know, the person who taught us mentioned it, but I think I was so overwhelmed by what I had to do. So I'm not a cook or chef at all. So I don't think I caught what the correct pronunciation. But anyway, she taught us how to do it. I don't recall it. There's a recipe, but lingao to siya. It was good. No?
Cool.
So you're looking into that also.
Yeah.
I was gonna suggest to you, Ganing, I push this to everybody.
Yeah.
Try cycling.
Cycling? Yeah, that's what you do now.
Yeah,
what you do now.
Lingao, ba?
Oh.
Just getting out ba?
I've at some point I thought about it. I still don't have a bike.
But you can probably borrow one.
Probably.
Yeah, there's always somebody who bought a bike and then doesn't use it anymore. So you can probably borrow it.
Actually, sa lugar, akong environment karon sa Manila, conducive siya for biking. Because I live, dapit sa Greenfield District.
I don't know. Yeah. Is
like
that like near?
Mandalo yung, mura siya it's like hills, but they're like buildings everywhere.
Oh, okay, yeah, kana.
So na siya tungas, na siya.
Yeah. So Lingao.
Lingao
yeah,
siya.
I borrowed I borrowed a bike. I'm borrowing a bike right now from Ralph Gonzalez.
Mo ba?
Moto kay nihagad siya once to bike. Yeah, one time sa ko bike niya, but I borrow his bike because his wife just gave birth. When he's he have a new kid. I'm sure he doesn't have time to use it.
So, ikaw si Kulam.
No. Kaya naman ko yung mga like friends nga, I keep pushing lagi to try cycling. So, people borrow it. So, they go with me and they'll use that bike.
How long have you been cycling ba?
Mga 2 years.
2 years na?
Yeah. So, I initially started as a commute. No? And then, nabot, lingaw man. So, I bought a bike.
It's actually good. Okay. I heard Cebu traffic is crazy na karon.
But it's bad. So I bike as a commute good. It's so much easier as in. But like singot good. And then in the beginning lisod, but after a couple of months your fitness kind of catches up.
Oh.
Yeah,
which is good. Okay, we're not getting any younger, man.
Oh, kana sa
dili na ba ta college or high school pareho sa
you can just do anything ba. You can eat whatever niya na.
Karon counted na ang kanon usay wa nagay kanon, di ba?
Yeah. When did you decide to was there like a mental switch in your head nga you decided to like kanang be a musician like when you first joined Faspitch lingaw like even you said yourself sila lingaw ra but at some point
once nakapihar na ako matikod na ako kanang murag it's become something bigger than ourselves and murag and people started to appreciate the music and all of that. And when people tell you, hey, thank you for making this song saved my life in so many instances. It changes your whole perspective, man. It makes you realize things ba nga, my God, this thing has become something way bigger than ourselves and maybe even bigger than we can handle. So what do you do with that? So it's like, and kanang music, it's like your baby. You know, at some point when Henry went missing for a while, maybe a couple of years ago, when he had a crazy, really dark time. He's very open to talk about it, but I remember the way I convinced him to like get his ass back on track with Faspitch. Kay ato ning baby, this is like our kid. What do you do with the baby? You take care of it. You nurture it. You do whatever it takes that this baby is gonna be okay when it matures. Diba? So, moto. At some point, realize na mo, aside from the whole fun of it, and it comes to a point where when you're doing it for such a long time na, and people recognize you, when people start looking up to you, murag, you have that sort of social responsibility to not really reciprocate, but to like keep it alive ba. It's part of the process of taking care of that baby. So moto siya. Murag karon is like, yeah, we've probably been doing this thing for 19 years because the band is 19 years old now.
Yeah.
Since Feb 18, 19 years old na ang Faspitch. Okay, they started Feb 2000. Feb 18, 2000. Birthday ni Trevor.
That's a really long time.
Yeah, man. So, in karon we're coming out with like new stuff, and everyone, things lineup might have changed, pero agapoy kuan ba? Kami ni Henry na lang yung murag nabilin from the old all Cebuano roster. At least, and I think kung maugid na, if that's what you were like born for, you feel it. You feel that calling. You feel kana nga murag ikaw gyud na para sa imuha gyud na. Kung musikero ka, anong pug or if doctor ka or whatever profession ka, whatever you're good at, kung unsa gani ka murag anong pugngan man imong kagalingon from doing what you were like meant to do. Kung unsa gyud kung kinaiya gyud nimo ba, di ba, marag dili siya fair. Like recently karon with like si Lalay kay she's back naman full time.
Oh, is she?
Yeah,
I saw some
back.
pictures and I was like,
yeah,
wait.
she's back. She's back. And it's been so great. It's been lingaw kayo karon nga nibalik siya kay kanang she's been gone for a while, maybe 3, 4, 5 years.
Yeah.
Like kay focus man siya on like
she gave birth, got married,
and then motherhood. Focus mo siya sa motherhood. But at some point, naman ko nun murag itch ng murag, siyempre, mingawan siya ka kay almost all your entire life, you've been doing that one thing you really love to do. And yan, murag, mukalit na kag-change of kanang, mukalit na kag-usab sa imong focus. And then she stopped playing for a while, focus on motherhood. Siyempre, gimingaw siya. Yeah. You could see the joy in her face, but when we're playing together, and we're like, she's just so happy, and then the vibes just musikero gid ka like ikaw gid na, right? Di na pwede mawa sa imo gyud. That's who you are. That's how I see it.
That's really interesting because like you a lot of times why like you ask yourself like what a lot of people ask themselves, what am I supposed to be doing? What am I here for?
Purpose na to, diba?
So yeah. It's cool that like you realize good nga I'm here. I'm a musician. I'm here to play music.
And labi na if you're doing that, and it could be something that can be self-limiting. If depende sa imong approach, so depende sa how you would take it. Pero para na ako manggod kay murag kung dugay na kay ka kasi buhatan na niya mukalit na kagundang sayang sa kay imong effort. Sayang siya ba niya? Murag there was always room to grow manggod. Like para ako mindset lang na nako ambot sa uban, pero murag the more manggod ka nga kanang more kadagan you learn a thing or two each and every time you get to do what you love doing most. At least. Siguro maybe depende sa it really depends on your mindset. Yun. Like for me manggod marag labi na being like a creative musician, you really need to keep up with times to stay relevant. Like, you have to think outside the box for me and how to make your music more interesting. Okay, since you've realized naman nga, murag, you have a responsibility to take care of your music, your career, because in the same process, you take care of yourself and you take care of the people who appreciate what you do, who appreciate your music. Okay, giingnan man ka nga, salamat, you saved my life because of your music. So, murag, you owe it to them ba? You owe it to them to, give and take. Or it's a relationship with
the people who listen.
The people who listen. Yeah, murag, everyone shares that baby, which is the music.
When you said like get with the times, what did you mean? Like
oh, technology, trends. Okay, I don't know. I think the way I see it, I guess depende siya on the level of honesty and sincerity with one's own music. But since I've been doing this for a while, I've observed 2 decades worth now of change in the music industry locally. There is a Pilipinas and maybe trends the world. Like nowadays, like music is almost entirely written with computers. Nowadays, murag, people are trying to the instrumentalist generation of musicians. They're trying to stay relevant. Now ba kay EDM lagi or kanang trap, computer based na gyud ang music. Majorly what you see that are in kanang Billboard, sa Billboard top 5, top 20, whatever, in whatever genre, whatever country. Ang modern music today is so broad, pero the ones that actually make it to the top are either pop, diba, or kuan. But what I guess what I'm trying to say is na you need to catch up with times. You need to be smart about your own creativity if you want to stay relevant. Labi na if you're the type of artists who really want to have as much reach as you can, or as many fans, because you need to grow your fan base, man. You need of course okay, like I had this conversation with a friend last night, si Ken Kizon, guitarist sa Shuffled and
he's a Fake Friends.
Fake Friends, Tough Barbershop, Fake Friends. I asked him, how is the music scene here? It's like, one thing he realized though, the people who go to, if you're like for Shuffled, if ever they get to play gigs here, it's the same people who go. It's like, it's just their fans who go, the people who are aware that na sila diha. So it's always gonna be something like that. There is a Cebu. We don't really have new audience. So how do you get that new audience? That's like the trick there. What can you do to lure new audiences to like your music? Or you have to consider the people who really don't appreciate that kind of music. How will you make people who don't appreciate that kind of music appreciate that kind of music? So you cater to their taste. If their taste is like chain smokers, how do you marry post punk and EDM pop? How do you fuse that? I think the perfect example who was able to cross over rock, alternative, and pop of today is a band called Bring Me the Horizon.
Bring Me the Horizon.
Yes, they came out with a new album called Amo, like Amor or love or something.
Mm.
Amo.
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 Okay.
Amo. Grabe ba eh. It's like Chainsmokers, Justin Bieber meets Deftones.
Mo ba?
It's crazy. It's like, ako kay medyo old school ba ya. So, kay, murag sila ang Linkin Park of today.
Okay.
Murag, grabe sila, the way they mashed up the genres and make it, of course, na yung mga purists fans would always hate it, but for the ones who are open enough to understand ba nga, kung siguro ka,
They'll be like bridging the gap.
yeah, bridging the gap, good. And I think evolution is inevitable. Like, labi na if you want, if we're talking about longevity, you really have to evolve or die.
Yeah. You know, I was so kami staff we were in Vietnam. Yeah, we're spending some time in taxis. So you listen to the radio, and then so I tend to not really listen to the radio all that often. But so I was listening. So there was this like pop rap song, and then I forgot what it was. But
I hope it wasn't something like mumble rap.
no, I mean it wasn't mumble rap to be fair, but like it was this it was like I forgot what it was, but I remember listening to the lyrics and then just thinking like the lyrics was something really stupid, like
Yeah.
I forgot what the chorus was. I can't. I'm blanking, but like it was stupid. It was like, "Excuse me, fuck me," or something like that. Like something like really stupid. And then I was like, "Wow." Yeah, something, and then we were just in the car, so we were just waiting. So I'm like, somebody, what kind of music is this? Like, is this what people are listening to? then I was like, you know what? When our kid becomes like a teenager or something, or like when he's like 10 years from now or 15 years from now, that's like and then he's going to reach like that. I always believe like music is cyclical.
Yeah,
no?
it is.
So,
it is, but
so he's gonna reach that point where like the next Kurt Cobain's gonna come out and he's gonna kick the ass of like
everyone,
everyone out there.
Oh, did you read? By the way, did you read that commentary that Dave Grohl said? See Billie Eilish.
No,
She's the new Kurt. She's doing what Kurt Cobain was doing. She's the Kurt Cobain of this generation, kono.
Mo ba? Who?
Billie Eilish.
She's
her music is chill yung tukar, pero the way she presents herself ba kay grungy gamay.
Mo ba?
Grungy nga hip hop nga. You know how younger millennials nowadays, they're like kuyawa nila eh. They make it seem so easy ba? No?
Like chill kay ilang
chill ilang tukar. Yeah, you know that the trend hardcore, like kanang nga trend ba, like how girls sing, or like kanang they like to play with the R's and the way they basta you have to listen to it, man. You have to listen to it. It's good stuff.
I'll listen to that.
Billie what's the name? Billie Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish.
Yeah.
Okay, but I was thinking about it in terms of like, you know how in the 80s and then all of these like hair bands came out it was always anthem rock, and always the bridge was this like ridiculous 2-minute solo and then so that's when that's how the grunge movement. Billie Eilish. Okay, I'll give her a listen. I'm gonna put everything in the show notes.
Yeah, okay.
No? But yeah, so pero like when Kurt Cobain came out, I like to think of it nga murag it's he became popular because there is a segment of the population who are like really tired of this like fake ass kanang hair metal bands.
Yeah.
Kanang not there was a lack of authenticity ba for That was, so I heard. I'm not really a fan of that 80s thing, man good. So that's how a lot of people saying Amurag, his popularity shot up also ang Amurag. Oh, like, what's the sound? This sounds like a real thing. And in fairness to Kurt Cobain, like, he really did have that whole, like, kanang, his persona was he didn't really care about,
Kayo.
diba?
It was grunge.
It was grunge.
It was
Exactly.
grunge. It was like, from what I know sa akong history, grunge was a byproduct of outcasts from metal and punk. So, marry that to, you get grunge.
Yeah.
And it was very honest. It was the most honest thing you've
It's my favorite genre.
it's where I started with actually learning. Yeah, that's where I started. Grunge by Pearl Jam.
Yeah,
Daughter.
I like Alice in Chains.
Soundgarden.
Yeah.
Nirvana.
That's my favorite genre. So, yeah, but yeah, come to think of it, that is like and you were just talking about that also, Ngamarag, just in terms of evolving to today's music, but you were talking a lot about in terms of marrying two genres and putting them together.
Even maybe 2 or 3. Faspitch, we have a song sa second album that's purely electronica, no real drums, actually no real bass. I arranged the music in my laptop, and Henry did a vocal session with Jad, and they arranged the vocals, and it sounded almost like Imogen Heap meets Boys to Men.
Well, wait, this is in the second album.
Yeah, it's a track called "Damage Done."
Damage Done.
It's a Warcraft term.
But I used to love Warcraft.
Yeah. So, well, I believe Manggod Murag, Faspitch has always been like somewhat experimental when it comes to approaching our own music. Ba?
Well,
kay lain on mig influences. Maybe like sa old lineup, like Paco, he was really into like a lot of like hip hop stuff. I was into like a lot of like electronic stuff, like eccentric stuff. Trick has always been like more of a hardcore metal kind of mo yung ganahan, and Henry was always like, he grew up listening to standards. Name it, man. Kenny Rankin,
really?
Kayo,
Marvin
Gaye.
That does not come
Mariah
out
Carey.
in the music, I feel. Okay, like, I remember when I first listened to like a fast pitch track, and then my first reaction was, wow, I've never heard anything like this. No, a little bit of like Deftones, and then of course metal, but like, it always seemed very different to me. No, I would never. It was.
Yes, it worked.
Yeah, no, like, seriously though, because like a lot of times, like you can get a band, like, oh, they sound like this, they sound like that.
Yeah.
No, I can hear hints of certain things. No,
sa influences.
Yeah, but
inevitable man siguro na ba kay
for sure.
Kung unsay what you've been listening to at the same time sa process when you were creating these songs, murag subconsciously ma-inject man gud na nimo even without whether or not na aware ka of that unspoken copyright infringement, whatever you want to call it, or the way you get a certain lick or a certain riff idea or a certain melodic idea from your influences ba. Usay man gud sa kanang dili na nimo matuyo kay there are only 11 notes in the music scale. In the Western music scale, there are only 11 notes. You can only do so much with them.
No, but also, like, taking a step back away from music, art, photography, whatever. Yeah, everything's been done. Like, nothing is truly original na ba? No? Okay. So, I think it's putting things together, and then it's getting from your own experience. And then, like even this podcast. This podcast for me is like, it's the thing that I feel like I'm creating something. Because I remember for a while, especially after the band, where again, I just want to be making something. No, and then
Which is cool, because, in fact, I was shocked when I heard you have a podcast.
oh yeah.
I don't think anyone else is doing this here in Cebu.
Oh, there's a few, but not
Oh,
as,
na ba?
not very
Not
often. Like they'll come in and out, no. But the nice thing is there's like another one, nga murag fairly regular. The Big Picture. They're
The
pretty nice
Big
guys, and
Picture.
yeah, but they focus a lot more on like entrepreneurship,
Oh.
that sort of thing, no. But yeah, ako I listen to a lot of podcasts, magid. I think for like a while na.
You listen to the Joe Rogan podcast?
I listen to the Joe Rogan one. I for a while.
They're cool.
I like Joe Rogan. I didn't get into him at first because like a friend of mine said, "Oh, you should try listening to Joe Rogan," and his sales pitch didn't match what I want to listen to. His sales pitch was like, "Oh, boy, they smoke marijuana while having the interview," and then like I was like, I'm not sure if I'll get into that. But then got that recent one where he interviewed Elon Musk.
Oh. Ataya ito nga.
Yeah, which he did smoke marijuana.
Yeah. Elon Musk's like, I think he lost I think he got demoted to a position in his company.
No, he didn't get demoted. He lost his stock price went down.
Yeah, his stock price went down like
maybe
minutes after like
he lost a couple of billion dollars. Or something. No, but it bounced right back up. It doesn't in the big scheme of things it didn't matter. Pero after I listened to that one, then I started listening to a bunch more. I listened to a 4-hour one where he was.
Was that the one where those
the meat eater versus the vegetarian? Yeah, and I was riveted. 4 hours. And you hear Joe like in the middle being referee basically, and then you're leaning towards the side of one guy. You're lowering the other guy. Hey. Yeah, I really like pod. You listen a lot of Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Actually, Gab turned me on to it just a couple of months back lang. Mama ko na yung pangkatog pag downtime na or kanang chill na kay ka. Bisag di kay kumutan ng screen, he just plays it and
I don't listen. I don't put it up on YouTube. I have like you can listen to them on Spotify. You know? Yeah. So or like I download the podcast app and then I'll play it like while I'm driving.
Wait, the Joe Rogan podcast is on Spotify?
Yeah. Oh, it should be. It should be. Yeah. You can subscribe to it.
Okay. I mean, look for it later.
Yeah, but it's there. It's there. It should be. Usually they're there.
Ako sa YouTube man kumukuhan. There was this one ako nalingaw ko katong Aerosmith with Steven Tyler.
Oh, I haven't listened to that one yet. It's new?
Yeah, it's new.
Oh, I'm not there yet.
No? You can tell Steven Tyler is like I don't know, I think he's a vampire or something.
Well,
he doesn't look his age, man.
Oh yeah. You was watching it on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Lingaw to. Lingaw sa tong iyang podcast with what were they? Kinsa to siya? Okay, I'll get back to that later.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, nindot to siya. What the nice thing with Joe Rogan is, he has somebody filming, he has an assistant, si Jamie. Yes. So like, I put it up on the screen, they're looking at it, and they're talking, lingaw.
Daghan na kay siya guest, no? Daghan na kay siya.
The nice thing with this, interesting siya guests, like mga doctors, usahay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this one.
Let me see.
He had one with Graham Hancock, and
who's Graham Hancock?
Ano ni sila? Randall Carlson and mga ano ni sila? Mga physicists.
Mo ba?
Mga futurist realists.
I'll listen to that. Yeah, those are the ones that I like listening to. Like before you arrived, I was listening to a Joe Rogan one. I just started it. Dr. Andrew Whale. I don't know. So
is that on like medical marijuana or?
I just started it, and it says Whale's a physician, author, spoke a broadly described view of the alternative medical brands, holistic health, and integrative medicine. So I just listened to it. I don't know what it's about yet. No, I'm kind of behind on my podcast listening.
He has one with Travis Barker. He has one with Tom DeLonge.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I love Tom.
I think he has one with Gordon Ramsay. Wala day. He has one with Maynard Keenan of Tool.
He has a few. Oh, he has a few of katong like when who's that famous chef guy katong who died recently?
Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain. So like right after Anthony Bourdain passed away, so he interviewed like one of the crew members of Anthony Bourdain's show, and they talked about it. It's good. It's good.
Yeah, I love his shows, Anthony Bourdain. For a while, I had a day job sa Manila. I worked at this.
I hope you enjoyed that episode. You notice I cut that episode off because Russ and I, we talked quite a bit. So I decided that we're going to have a part 2 of Russell Manaloto next week. Stay tuned for that. We get into the weeds a little bit for the next one. So I found that really interesting. Stay tuned. Thank you, Degree 9, for sponsoring the episode. And then the music from this podcast is Piano March by Audionautics. If you enjoyed this episode and want to support the show, there's 4 ways to do it. The best way is to become a Patreon subscriber. Head on over to patreon.com/032. That's 032 in letters. The other way is to buy 032 merchandise. You can find us at the Assembly online. We're assembly.032.com, or you can go visit our stockists. We're currently in Republic and BTC, Manila Town Center. We're also in Hip Street in Ayala Center, Cebu, and we're in American Boulevard in SM City, Cebu. You can buy 032 merchandise in any of those stores. The third way is to share this episode on social media. And the fourth way is to leave a rating on iTunes. Hopefully it's a 5-star rating. So you can tell iTunes that you enjoy the episode and it will suggest this episode to more people. I'll see you next week for part 2 of Russell Manaloto. Bye.